It's almost the end of the year and there are only a few people in such a big supermarket. Are the prices not low enough? Shouldn't people be moving boxes, big and small, home at this time in previous years? Look, where are the people? China's economy continues to decline and the market is depressed and business is difficult. Many shopping malls and supermarkets can no longer operate. Even the consumption data in Shanghai, a first-tier city, has fallen off a cliff. Ordinary people are becoming less and less confident about the future and consumption continues to decline. As the 2025 Chinese New Year approaches, many netizens posted videos saying they have no money to celebrate the festival. Let's talk about related topics today. But before we do, we would like to invite you to subscribe. Your support is our greatest motivation and allows us to bring you more valuable content. Now, moving on. One blogger posted that 2025 may usher in the most depressed Chinese New Year in history for two reasons. One reason is that the people are short of money and have difficulty celebrating. After working hard for a year, many people not only do not make any money but may even be heavily in debt. They need to buy New Year's goods and give red envelopes to their younger generations during this period. For those with tight finances, these basic expenses have become a heavy burden, and they are not so confident when facing relatives. Second, the employment situation is grim. Many people who work outside and could not find any job to do would have returned to their hometowns long ago. Even if the working migrant workers want to go home for the Chinese New Year, they are scared off by the high prices of air tickets and high-speed rail tickets. This year, there should be fewer people returning to their hometowns to celebrate the Chinese New Year than in previous years because they have no money. It would cost me at least $830 to go back, and I would have to overdraw my February and March wages. Is this a good thing? I really don't want my debt to snowball. Why not use your savings? Are you kidding? Who has savings? I worked for nothing last year. The year before that, I started a catering business and lost $8,300. No money, no dignity to go home. How much money do you give your parents for the Chinese New Year? Say it out loud and make me envious. I'm not afraid of being laughed at. We may not have a penny this year. To be fair, my husband and I would give neither his parents nor mine anything this year. My husband and I are both ordinary employees. Our monthly salary is only about 7,000 yuan, and our monthly mortgage and car loans add up to about 5,000 yuan. So we are under a lot of pressure. As soon as our monthly salary is paid, we pay off our mortgage and car loan first and use the rest for daily expenses. We cannot save any money from the children's expenses, so we didn't save a penny this year, let alone give money to both parents during the Chinese New Year. What we fear most after we get married is the Chinese New Year. This year I bought 2 sets of clothes for my daughter for this holiday. My husband and I both wear old clothes. We don't care about this, and we wear the same clothes for several years. Only after getting married did I realize how hard it is to make money, and only after becoming a parent did I better understand how heavy the burden the parents have endured. Unlike those who earn money to support the whole family, we both have to work and cannot have any savings. Fortunately, my husband and I are both very optimistic. We are very careful with our budgets and spending, but surely we use the money where needed. So, after working hard for a year, I have not saved any money. The Chinese New Year is coming soon, and this blogger plans to take a week off in advance because the journey back to her hometown is very far and a direct flight takes 5 hours. At the same time, she also wanted to go home early to spend more time with her family. I booked a flight back home on the 19th. The one-way ticket is $400 and the round-trip fare is $800. This year, I bought a full physical checkup for my parents. It costs $400 for 2 people. I give my parents $3,000 every year when I go back to my hometown. My parents know it's not easy for me to make money, so they don't want my money every time, but I still insist on giving it to them. They deposited the money into a card and said it would be used for my future child in the future. In fact, in my opinion, making money to support parents is the most right thing children should do. I don't need to prepare New Year's goods for the family, so the expenses are reduced. I prepared $300 for family members' children gift money, $300 for visiting relatives and friends, and $150 for meals with close friends. New Year, new hope. It cost $80 to dress myself up, which adds up to $4,600. Looking at the expenses and then at my own salary, I am indeed shocked, and this is just the stage where I have elderly parents and no child to take care of. People always say, whether you have money or not, you should go home for the Chinese New Year. But after doing the math, I find that I will not be able to keep my dignity in my hometown for the New Year if I didn't have $1,000. But what is a year? Who will you spend the New Year with? The real New Year is about getting together with family. Workers work hard outside for a whole year, just waiting for this moment for a reunion. So I think it's worth it no matter how much money is spent. How much money have you prepared? The blogger from Shenyang City said that she calculated that her average monthly income this year is $1,000, and she dares not spend because she has no confidence in the future. She said she only bought 3 pieces of clothing this year. In the summer, she bought a black skirt for $14. Half a month ago, on her birthday, she had a dinner date with friends, and she bought a sweater and a pair of jeans, which cost only $70 in total. These are the 3 pieces of clothing I bought in the whole year. Let's talk about the skincare products I use. This is the face cream I bought last year. There is still a little bit of base in it, and I haven't used it up. It cost $60. I didn't make as much last year as I did this year, but I dared to buy them. A bottle of $60 facial cream can be used for about 2 months. But what should I use this year? Da Bao. I didn't say it was bad. This is the $8 Da Bao I just bought 2 days ago. This one is also for the face. This bottle is $7. I didn't say I'm too poor to buy skincare products, but the biggest feeling I got this year is that I'm reluctant to spend money. She said that now she tries to save money as much as possible, cooks at home whenever possible, and rarely orders takeout. This year is because I feel like it's the most insecure year since I started working. I have the feeling that I might lose the job any time. I dared to buy before because I knew I could earn money, but this year I feel that although I made money this month, I may not next month. I dare not spend money and I dare not buy anything. A recent survey shows that 80% of Chinese consumers believe they are trapped in a consumption downgrade. The general consumer concept is don't buy unless it's an urgent need. If an urgent need must be bought, they will choose to buy low-priced products. What now talking about consumption downgrade? That's wrong. It's not a downgrade at all. It's just no consumption. No one is out shopping. Chinese New Year is only 10 days away. There is hardly anyone on the streets and only a few people enter the store daily. Ordinary people really don't have money and they don't consume. If they can avoid buying, they won't buy. If they can buy less, they will buy less. It's really too difficult. How serious is the consumption downgrade? This is our CR Vanguard in Nanchang. It was packed with people back then. Now it's almost the Chinese New Year and everyone can see how deserted this place is. In previous years, this place was always full of cars, but now there are only a few cars and it's completely empty. It's now 7:30 in the evening. Look at the vibe. This is not a downgrade in consumption. This is simply no consumption. Did you make money this year? Say something. Many shopping malls across the mainland are deserted, and the same is true for shopping malls in Shanghai, with no festive atmosphere at all. It is December 25th, 2024. I am in Greenland, Binfen City, Putuo District, Shanghai at 1:30 in the afternoon. Can you imagine? It seems like I am the only one in the entire mall. Yesterday, a hot news word was the new direction of China's economy in 2025. So I am here to take a look at the offline stores. I don't know where the economic direction is. Friends, can anyone tell me where the economy will be headed in 2025? Data from the Shanghai Statistics Bureau showed that in June 2024, Shanghai's total retail sales of goods fell by 9.4%. of which wholesale and retail fell by 9.6% and accommodation and catering fell by 6.5%. Among them, the prices of food products decreased by 1.7% year-on-year in June. The prices of clothing products decreased by 5% year-on-year in June. The prices of daily necessities decreased by 13.5% year-on-year in June. And prices of various fuels used for cooking, heating, lighting, and power, or commodities that are burned, fell 4.7% in June from a year earlier.
大家好，今天菲菲来到了上海浦东曾经潮路的顶流商场，哪里呢？
Hello everyone, today I am here at the Power Dragon Plaza, once the top shopping mall on Cao Road in Pudong, Shanghai. It was said in the past that one shop in such a location could support 3 generations, but now it's the other way around. The shop you bought will really make 3 generations poor. They are all closed. It's the weekend, Saturday, and it's past lunchtime, but no one is open. Oh, an old Beijing noodles restaurant in front is still open. Look everyone, all the shops are closed. It's a horrible sight. If you bought this shop at a high price, you would probably be crying in the washroom now. It used to be a top shopping mall. When Carrefour was still open in Power Dragon Plaza, it was really crowded. Now it's terrible. This is the very center of the plaza. In front of it is the former Carrefour, but all the convenience stores have been closed. We also see that the tourism industry in mainland China seems to be booming, and every tourist attraction is packed with people. However, blogger Lu believes that this is also a manifestation of consumption downgrade, which means that people can no longer make large-scale purchases. The popularity of these tourist attractions indicates that consumption has really been downgraded. Think about what locations are popular now. They are all Tianshui, Zibo, and Harbin, and they are all relatively cheap. Qingdao is on the list too. When the tourist season comes, I can't go home because Donghai Road is completely blocked. Why is Qingdao tourism so popular? First, it's cool, and second, it's cheap. There is no charge for scenic spots, and everyone is having fun now. What is real consumption? Buying a car, buying an apartment, getting married, starting a business, and investing are things that cost money. Is anyone still talking about those things now? Those are big consumption. Spending $200 to buy a train ticket for a cheap trip is a sign of consumption downgrading. Do you remember what word was born during the Great Depression in the US? It's called the lipstick effect. Because we are human beings, we have flesh and blood, and we need an outlet. When we can't spend lavishly, we rely on these little joys. So, you see more and more people going out to travel, and on the surface it seems glorious and lively. But in fact, it's not because we are getting richer, but a manifestation of reduced consumption, which shows that we are no longer able to make large purchases, so people can only spend a little money and have fun. Look at the supermarkets nowadays. Apart from the clerks and cashiers, how many customers are there? Beverages are not selling, bread is not selling, fruits are not selling, and no one is buying prepared food. How dare ordinary people eat them with so many preservatives, so many additives, and so many pigments? I used to think that hospitals were places that sold medicine. Now I realize that the foods you buy in supermarkets are also medicine. Restaurants close down, one after another, shopping malls are empty, only the hospitals are packed with people. Are you going home for the Chinese New Year this year? The unfortunate news is that the Chinese New Year atmosphere will become increasingly colder in the future. Why does no one want to go to their hometown for the New Year? The fundamental reason is that they neither have enough strength to change the notions of the people in their hometown, nor are they willing to endure that world. The Chinese New Year is like the college entrance examination for adults. Life is very stressful nowadays. When you go home for the Chinese New Year, you still have to face soul-searching questions from your family members and relatives. Where do you work? How much is the salary? Have you bought an apartment or a car? Do you have a boyfriend? I am already very tired from work, so I want to have a good rest during the Chinese New Year. However, the questioning from my aunts and uncles will not make me feel comfortable, and sometimes it really makes me want to go back to work. That's all for today. If you enjoy our content, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with a friend. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time.